Right, once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, right, Ba'Shem Kodash Rakal, right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I rule well, peace and blessing to the Akim, the brothers, the four corners of the globe pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, right. This is Brother Howard and Brother Lamar from the GMS Trinidad camp, right, just come to do a quick edification, hopefully edifying to the brothers out there, right, and the title, you know, right behind it says we might have to die for this truth, right, and basically that will go on in the end, in the whole conclusion, everything, right, because the prophets are all had died for this truth, right, the prophets or the disciples, they had died for this, right, and it's nothing new under the sun according to the scriptures, Ecclesiastes 3, right, it's nothing new under the sun. So, and the prophet, the spirit of the prophet are subjected to the prophets, right? So you give me that first piece up there, right? Yeah, can.
Right, this is Matthew 23, verse 34. It says, "Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify."
Right, yeah, what shall I say? He will send unto them,
scribes and prophets.
Right, he sent unto them scribes and prophets, wise men. And what do we do to them?
It says, "And some of them ye shall kill and crucify."
Some of them ye shall kill and crucify. Right, so yeah, what shall I tell the Pharisees that? He will send unto them scribes and prophets, which he will kill and crucify. Right, and that applies to now. Right, that applies to now. Because the same thing Yahushua did back then, and the same thing the prophets did back then, we do it now. Right? And as I say, new under the sun, so the same thing will happen to us. Right?
And some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues and persecute them from city to city.
Right? You will hate them. You will scourge them in the synagogue. You will hate them from city to city, tongue to tongue. Right?
Jump into 36 and 37. "Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation."
It shall come upon this generation. Right? Anything to imply?
It says, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee."
O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets which he had sent unto thee. Yahushua, Mashiach, he sent his prophets to the nation of Israel to wake them up. Right? Give me that precept in the Apocrypha, the second Esdras.
This is second Esdras.
Nah, the second Esdras, I think is 1 and 32.
Right, this is second Esdras chapter 1 verse 32. It says, "I sent unto you my servants the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain and torn their bodies in pieces."
Right, so that, and thy prophecy there, right? And that applies to now also. Thy will go on. They will take the prophets, go ahead.
"Whose blood I will require of your hands, said the Lord."
Right? It's say it's the Yahushua sent his servant the prophets, whom they have taken and slain and torn their bodies in pieces, and this will happen to the ancient prophet. Right? So if we call them, we serve prophets are the most high, Ba'Shem Yahushua. And this is what happened to the prophets, and we know the scriptures say the spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets. Right? These things also apply to us. These things apply to us now. Right? So we are good up with loins at the end of the day. We are good up with loins. Right?
This is John 15, verse 16, right, to 19. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you."
If the world hate us, it hated Yahushua first before it hated us. And we are the disciples of Yahushua. So of course, they will hate us. They will rebuke us. Right? If the world hate Yahushua, they will hate us. Thus said Yahushua.
This is Matthew 10, verse 25. Right? Verse 24, the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord.
Yeah, the disciple are not above the master. So if that went through, if those persecution happened to our master, our power Yahushai, it will happen to us. Because we crying out the works of him. Right?
Can it is in Salak.
Nah, I was just saying we continue in his work. You understand? More or less.
Can. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Right?
Good.
Yeah, so basically, you know, as the brother's saying, the same thing that they do Yahushai, right? Basically the same thing they're going to do us. Like, alright, if a king have servants in his kingdom and they just like the king, if it is that they kill the king, they will look for his servants also to kill him. Right? So it's the same thing with Yahushua and his hopeful elect. Right? Going on, it says, fear them not therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Right? Matthew 10 verse 16, it says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? So sheep in the midst of wolves. What sheep does to wolves? Wolves are known as an aggressive, bloodthirsty animal, whereas sheep is a very calm, herb-eating animal.
If I could say, thy food, we's food to the wolves. You understand? We's food to the wolves.
Right? Verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
Yeah, the world hate us. Next precept here, man.
Right? This is Luke chapter 9 verse 27, right? As it reads, but I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. So you say some of us will not taste death. So not all the prophets will taste death or go die. Right? Not all of us go die. Right? What did it say?
Right? Till they see the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. So some of the prophets will see the coming of Yahushai. Some of us will see the coming of Yahushai. So not all of us go die.
Yeah, you know, just like how the Apostle Paul wrote, I tell you a mystery, not all of us shall see. Right? So it's the same thing Yahushai was telling you, and this is basically speaking about reincarnation also. Right? But the thing about it, the point of it, that some of us will be put to that, say the scripture. Right?
Okay, give me Revelation.
Right? This is Revelation chapter.
Start from 9 or just jump to the point?
You jump to the point.
Yeah.
Right? It says Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that he may be tried.
Right? He said, fear none of these things we're going to suffer. Right? The enemy going to cast us into prison. Right?
Right? Some of you into prison, that he may be tried. And he shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right? So he said, be faithful unto death, and he will give us a crown of life. Right? So we had to stand firm. We had to stand with grounds.
Okay.
Right? We had to stand with grounds. You want to get this?
So.
Alright, come. We had to stand with grounds. Because at the end of it all, we pursuing the kingdom. Right? That was all the hard work for. Right?
Fine. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 2 verse 1 to verse 5. It says, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Make not haste in the time of trouble, and that will be the time of trouble. Right? So don't freak out. We can't freak out. A matter of fact, it go happen, you know. You go freak out, but you had to die when you had to, you know, you had to catch yourself. You had to stand firm. Right?
Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Come. Will be increased at the last end. Right?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Yeah. So if death come upon, we have to take it. If it is you want to enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? Yeah, you gotta take it that cheerfully. You gotta go in there smiling.
Right?
Right?
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Come.
Right? This is Solomon 3 verse 1 and 2. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die.
In the sight of the unwise they seem to die. Go ahead.
And their departure is taken for our misery.
Come.
And they are going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
So when we die, when they cast us up to sentence us to death, them go think that we say you do back slack.
It says, and they are going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
The thing is utter destruction, but we are at rest, right? We will be at rest.
Verse 4 and 5. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality.
Their hope is full of immortality. So we're coming back with that spiritual body, a glorious body, right? To recompense you fucking wicked ones.
And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
Go ahead.
For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself.
And so you give me back up there, you give the second is just 2.
And 45.
Yeah.
This is second Ezra chapter 2, verse 45. It says, I'll start at verse 44. So I asked, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 43. It says, and in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. Right. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Yeah, confess the name of the Most High, right? And then when we confess the name of the Most High, you will be crowned, right? You confess the name of the Most High down to the grave, right? And we was rewarded there. You will be rewarded.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowned them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began
the man himself will be crowning us, right?
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so swiftly for the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahshai.
So, Akim, really and truly, it's nothing to be sad about, right? Nothing to be sad about, because that's the beginning of life, right? To be apart from this kingdom, that's the beginning of a new life, right? So dying for this truth is something you should, you know, what's the word? Rejoicing, you rejoicing, right?
Right? It says, Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 13 to 20. Right? It says, he professed to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called it himself the child of Yahweh. Right? So this here speaking, well, we actually was speaking about Yahushai, who the world, he called Jesus Christ, but also speaking about Israel, being that we come back as the adopted sons of the Most High. Right? Because the adoption pertains unto the children of Israel. Right? And we are the ones who could call ourselves the sons of the Most High. Going back to Exodus 4 verse 22. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, and that is what they're going to be doing in the FEMA camps. Right? They're going and examine us. They're going and see who went and remain faithful until death. Right? You really believe in Yahushai? Hey, they might cut off their ears, they might cut off your finger, they might do your kind of thing before they put that guillotine towards the neck.
Yeah, heavy torture.
Can. Right? That we may know his meekness. We know what? He humbleness. He loads estate, he humbleness before the Most High. We're going to see how humble he is now.
Hey, if I can say this, they did Yahushai a whole lot of things. They tortured Yahushai.
Can.
Right? They beat him, they do him all kind of thing. If you watch Passion, they do him all kind of thing. So the same thing will happen to us.
Can.
Right? Maybe even worse.
Boy.
Maybe even worse.
Yeah,
because the kind of thing he saw coming up with, I mean that new another son, but it upgrade and he saw upgrade.
Can.
So the kind of things he saw thinking about to do, the men of the Lord. Right? Will cry blood.
You understand? Because hey, even Yahushua told his disciples, yeah, you have a baptism to be baptized, like how he was baptized, and that is the death.
Can.
You understand? Going on, it says, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with his shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Right? So that is all 2/3 of Israel. Hey, them going on, they're going to lead us up to these synagogues, to we own family, going and sell you out.
Can.
You understand? When we inside these FEMA camps, say them that one of the Hebrew Israelites and then them. You understand? Hey, they're going and cause us to be put to death. The scriptures say, I see underneath the altar the souls of them who are beheaded for the gospel. Right? Saying how long, O Lord, shall thou not avenge the blood of us? Right? But these are they that were clothed in white raiment.
True.
Right? That going and rule with Yahushua in his kingdom. So the scripture said, be faithful until death.
Faithful until death.
Understand?
There are precept Ecclesiastes 4.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 28. It says, strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Right? So strive for the truth until death. Right? And the Lord will fight for thee. And when he fighting for you when we come back. Right?
Man.
We come back in that glorious body. So hey, really and truly, this video is not a video to make you feel, a type of way. But just to boost your faith in a sense too.
Man.
Because this truth is not no game, really and truly. It's not a game. This is literally life and death.
Man.
It's life and death. But after death is what? Really and truly go be life.
Man.
So really it should be death, then life. Right? So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Okah Kodash, double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Right, and peace and blessing to the brothers out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the faithful sisters out there, wherever he is. Shalom.
Shalom. Wherever he is.